Kawan-kawan,
Yes,
aku
me.
nak tanya bila last korang ketawa?
Sembang terusi lipat dari hati, terus dekat, kongsi tawa, kongsi minat, tempat kawan.
Alamak, SK je tu.
Tak terlepas.
Macam pecicak. Ya, selamat datang kembali ke podcast Sembang Terus Lipat. Saya Sid.
Saya Suhaimi.
Saya Man. Dan saya Fir.
Selamat datang kawan-kawan
Ya, selamat datang.
ke Sembang Kerusi Lipat.
We are back.
Sofa Bed Edition. Okay.
Jap.
Mana kursi lipat kita? Fir, mana kursi lipat kita?
Pasal kita tengah shift barang dekat office ni, so we got no space, tak ada space, jadi kita pakai sofa dululah for this.
Okay lah.
Yeah.
Once in a while kita pakai
Sekali
sekali lah. Sikit sikit.
Correct. Pasal ni kita tengah baru nak renovation office ya. So sekali lagi Miu Market telah memberi kita ruang untuk jadikan tempat kita ni sembang di podcast kita ni. So kita nak cakap terima kasih Miu Market.
Terima kasih.
So Fir, terima kasih lah kerana memberi kita peluang.
Okay. By the way, since Miu Market dah sponsor kita tempat ni kan, just a shout out. Okay, Miu Market will have an event on the 16th and 17th of May. Okay, is Miu Market Volume 10. So please come down to Suntec Hall 403. Okay, is free entry.
Yes, memang selalu aku tengok Miu Market punya event memang best lah. Memang dia punya crowd, dia punya vendors, memang dia punya vibe dia memang korang go lah. Korang mesti go
guys,
korang mesti go lah. Okay, aku ada soalan. Okay, sekarang aku ada soalan serius lah.
Okay, serius lah.
Sekarang aku nak tanya korang pasal, kalau aku tanya pasal pelawak-pelawak ni tentang pelawak-pelawak seni Melayu Singapura pelawak-pelawak Singapura. Siapa yang antara orang kata figura-figura pelawak-pelawak yang korang ingat dalam
figura
kepala, yang dalam kepala korang?
Aku selalu
Siapa? Boleh siapa?
Kalau aku kenal Ahmad Stokin, Mahdi Shor, Husin Sa'ban, Alas Kadir.
Yes.
Ni semua yang hutan-hutannya lah.
Memang memang ini semua kira siapa-siapa lagi yang kita ada? Arif Samsudin
Arif
Samsudin. Kita ada siapa tu?
Yusuf
Yeah, for me is Yusof Maria. There's a special relationship there.
Okay.
Tak bilang.
Dan
Yusof Mawi actually pakcik aku.
Dia datang nanti. Dia datang tak?
Sekejap lagi.
Dan Uncle Yusof Marwi. Dan kita ada siapa lagi? Zainal Ihim. Dan kita ada Mahdi Shor. Yang ialah baru aja berpulang baru-baru ni. So
kau cakap pulang apa ni? Pulang
Keramatullah
lah.
Ialah berpulang lah.
Penuhkan tu.
So kita nak cakap memang ini kita punya legend-legend legend pelawak. Kalau kita nak cakap maybe in the 90s sampai tahun 2000, in the 2000s cakap ini memang zaman kegemilangan pelawak-pelawak Singapura lah. And the comedy scene in Singapore memang best lah time tu. Sebab aku ini macam ada special sikit untuk aku sebab kira this comedy scene especially every year kita ada Malam Raya punya show. Malam Raya punya sinar lebaran Malam Raya. So memang kita selalu look forward. Macam arwah bapa aku suka sangat tengok this show, especially yang bila ada comedy skit gini. Dia macam very look forward. Kita memang selalu tengok satu family daripada aku kecil-kecil sampailah dah sekarang ni macam dia suka sangat tengok. Then every time Malam Raya tengok, nanti besoknya raya pergi rumah parents aku
tengok lagi
tengok lagi. Nanti dia akan macam tanya aku tau, semalam tengok ni sinar lebaran. Best kan yang apa ya, yang skit, comedy skit kelakar macam ada. I think it's special lah for him. Dia sudah suka tengok this scene. So and then cakap pasal komedi Cakap pasal komedi, maybe korang ingat tak macam apa lagi rancangan komedi, or maybe the comedy scene during that time, zaman kegemilangan, korang ingat tak?
Yang aku tahu yang they come up with this nama Unsunkable.
Oh yeah.
Unsunkable kan orang
Correct,
macam
correct.
nyanyi kan.
During that time ada orang kuat kita pun dah berpulang. Apa tu, Ishak Ahmad.
Oh, Syah
Syah
Ahmad.
Ahmad, ya.
Oh, ya.
Dia kira
Arwah.
arwah Ishak Ahmad time tu, kira dia orang kuat during that team . Then before that, korang ingat tak Rappers Tour?
Rappers tu.
Diorang juga kan.
Before that, that was huge tau. Kalau korang ingat, aku dengan bapak.
Kami rappers tua
tua,
tapi bukan orang tua.
Nampak macam tua tapi
Percayalah
kami
kami
remaja.
Korang
Kau
ingat
ingat sih lagu. Kan macam just clean lagu tu.
So, very big or popular tau time tu. So, sampai bapak aku bawa aku pergi time tu, kita selalu beli CD dekat Geylang. Mana tu nama dia?
Musika
dah
Records.
tak ada kan.
Musika. Dah lama dah tak ada.
Sana jual baju tu.
Masih ada?
Jual baju.
Masih ada jual baju. Okay, good.
Tukar bisnes lah.
Good for them. Tukar business plan lah.
Yes.
Pasal CD semua orang
Sama orang tapi dah tukar bisnes yang baju.
CD semua orang dah tak beli kan. Memang time tu kalau aku banyak beli local artist punya CD from there, from Musika.
Betul lah, sama lah.
Best sih. So sanggup saya beli CD Rappers Tour. So yalah, macam they are so big during that time in the 90s, in the early 2000s I feel dorang, I think satu macam faktor kejayaan dorang macam one big group tau. And dorang macam family tau. Dorang punya bonding. Dorang punya bonding tu, dorang punya chemistry memang alamak. Lepas tu pula dia punya leadership dorang is by Hussein Sakban. Hussein Sakban memang pada aku dia brilliant lah, dia intelligent lah in terms of comedy. Dia banyak daripada orang kata tu dia punya production comedy during that time banyak from dia punya idea. Dia punya script. And one thing aku notice about Hussein Sakban kalau dia buat any comedy skit dia terapkan nilai Melayu, kemelayuan.
Ya, betul. Correct.
Dalam dia punya skrip, dalam dia punya komedi dia. Nilai kemelayuan tu dia utamakan lah. Macam tak ada macam campur-campur berbual English macam macam sekarang ni pun dah peredaran masa kan. Sekarang kan banyak campur dengan English punya humor apa gini-gini.
Kirakan dia punya lawak tak ada sembarangan lah. Mesti ada inti, ada dia punya moral dia.
Correct. And lama.
Jadi ni sekarang kau nak kita masuk kat mana ni? Aku tengah tunggu question tu.
Masuk kat mana? Masuk je.
Aku tengah tunggu question kau tadi.
Kau tengah shock, tengah bercerita.
Apalah, kasih dah chance.
Masuk je.
Aku tengah tunggu mana nak masuk.
Okay. Korang macam nak masuk aje. Pasal ini kira no holds barred punya orang kata sembang lah.
Jadi macam sekarang aku rasa macam tak ada pelawak pula
Sekarang itulah kau cakap pasal ni aku remember one turning point one important turning point yang ini pada aku, pada observation aku last 2 years or 3 years ago. Pasal memang kita selalu tengok sinar lebaran, malam raya punya rancangan sinar lebaran, and selalu kita look forward to the comedy skit, and it has been very consistent. Kelakar
Sekarang kan pelawak tu semua yang pelawak yang handle lah kan.
Yes, macam time tu masih orang kata tu ada pelawak legend kita lah. Masih ada. And also I think Hussein Sakban pun masih kasih idea-idea dia. Then about 2 or 3 years back punya rancangan, the first time aku tengok, aku tak ketawa langsung.
Kau tak senyum pun lah.
Aku tak tahu nak senyum ke nak apa pun, aku tak tahu.
Kau kulit kepala lah. Dah garuk kepala kan. Kulit kepala pula. Dah garuk kepala lah. Apa ni nak sampaikan lah kira-kira.
Aku tak tahu ada korang ingat ke tak.
Aku rasa macam aku ingat there was one time pasal semua orang macam after that that series bukan series. The show. Semua macam Asal macam tak kelakar this year. Kan? Macam banyak orang cakap, aku ingat. Okay.
And the backlash memang rabak tau after that show. Aku baca the comments.
Kenapa ni? Kenapa asal?
That particular show, aku tak tahu aku mungkin aku macam tak nak salahkan salahkan individu ke apa. Pasal all this thing is about kita nak cari satu benda yang boleh menyemarakkan balik. Dia during that particular show, diorang combine this millennial punya comedian combine with Gen Z punya influencers.
Okay.
So I don't know, the click is not there. The chemistry was not there.
So kira-kira dia punya eksperimen gone wrong lah kira-kira.
I can say that.
Tapi if they, I mean, takkan dia tak buat macam apa ni,
Try
run ke apa before that
Itulah.
To see whether this is funny or not. Takkan dia macam campak terus gitu kan.
I don't know why mungkin during audition ke apa mungkin.
So kira-kira rabak gila lah, tak orang ketawa lah. No one in the audience ketawa.
At least aku tak ketawa kat rumah. And dekat audience pun aku tengok macam struggling lah.
Cringe lah kan.
And the camera angles macam tengah cari.
Tengah
cari siapa
Sampai ketawa lah.
Aku I don't know lah. It's difficult to watch lah.
Ke pasal mungkin there's no natural comedian now. Pasal kalau kau tengok sekarang the list of artists, banyak is maybe actor or singer or host yang kira macam contribute to become comedian, tapi they are not comedians. Macam yang orang lama yang kau cakap tadi tu, semua memang kita tahu diorang memang comedian.
Okay, that's the so-called that's the problem. Okay, pasal kalau dulu pelawak-pelawak, actor, singer gitu kan. Sekarang dah macam bercampur aduk. Kadang-kadang okay, aku you're an actor, I want you to be in this so-called segment, buat orang ketawa. So it becomes new craft for them. Tapi pada dorang, you know, whether is make or break lah kira kan. You know, kalau memang kelakar, tapi kalau tak kelakar, it's like your so-called your apa yang cakap you're jeopardizing your acting career also.
Correct.
Macam itu. Yeah. So that's what I think about it lah.
Jadi macam mana kita nak keluarkan komedian baru ke macam mana ni? Ke nak kasih AI take over?
Ui.
Itu AI kita nanti dulu.
Simpan dulu.
Simpan dulu. Okay.
That's why I think because okay, maybe we can take reference kita boleh take reference during the time yang Singapore punya comedy scene macam tengah menurun negara jiran kita tengah really peaking dia punya momentum dia peak. And okay, aku tanya korang okay, memang I don't want to take anything away from them lah. Maybe diorang semua work hard, everything semua. Tapi ada tulang belakang yang important yang buat diorang macam kira help the comedy scene kat sana berjaya.
Mana kat Malaysia lah.
And orang kita orang kita yang kira macam, like I say again, I don't want to take anything from them. Memang diorang semua talented, berbakat. Cuma tulang belakang tu ada orang yang macam inject ada macam tolong kasih ideas, everything.
Are you talking about yang Astro punya CEO?
Yes, Astro CEO pun itu CEO
Aku tak tahu. Tapi aku tahu dia orang Singapore lah.
Yes, correct. And then dia ada panggil our legendary comedian to be a consultant there. Panggil Hussein Sakban. He called during that time Astro nak buat station just for comedy tau. Specifically for comedy diorang nak buat this station. So diorang panggil Hussein Sakban to go there as a consultant.
Asal Singapore tak ada orang Malaysia?
Tak tahu, mungkin macam dia pun dah banyak. He's very successful apa. Successful dekat sini. So maybe he was engaged as consultant lah dekat sana.
Mungkin fresh ideas lah.
Maybe dia punya portfolio dia.
That time kan diorang pun ada losing talent juga kan.
And
so
diorang
nak start semarakkan balik. So they need fresh ideas.
Macam dulu kat Malaysia yang aku tahu macam muda, acapan, semua dah tu. You know? Okay, so maybe they get the idea from okay, I understand.
So then Hussein Sakban bila dekat sana, dia really macam really share dia punya knowledge lah. Dia share dia punya knowledge, dia turunkan dia punya ilmu, knowledge semua. He was the consultant there, and then dia banyak produce macam ideas untuk rancangan-rancangan yang that comedy punya channel. Example macam Raja Lawak, Maharaja Lawak, dan apa tu, Karut Komedia ya. Karut Komedia, which were very successful these programs dekat sana.
How about lebih yang ni super spontan?
Itu mungkin ada pasal orang ada banyak during that time that phase banyak rancangan-rancangan, and also dorang dapat produce macam talent comedian baru tau, pelapis ramai sih. So
macam Zizan, Johan, correct. Yang legend-legend sekarang kan.
So
Nabil.
Does it mean Singapore pun nak kena buat sama, nak kena buat competition untuk ni?
That is one of the things that can be done. One of the ideas can be done. So bila Hussein Saban macam return to Singapore, aku tengok our scene, our national TV lah. Aku nampak the effort diorang nak try to implement. Macam during that years, macam in the 2010, diorang ada produce macam rancangan something like uji bakat, like audition punya rancangan komedi. Diorang buat, tak silap aku apa, college comedy
Oh ya.
College comedy. Diorang ada bikin for few seasons or so. So yeah, they managed to do that. But one thing, there's no continuity.
It's like one time off lah.
Yeah. There's no continuity. So what happened to the talent yang diorang dah dapat ni, and the winners yang diorang dah dapat ni? So yeah,
maybe because they cannot sustain that kind of talent to continue to produce more rancangan ke apa.
Itulah macam kita pun pernah berbual pasal ni lah, about platform, about demands, about supplies. Kita pernah berbual pasal ni. So I think it's the
cakap pasal supply demand yang kau cakap ni. Kita kena tengok dalam Malaysia, Indonesia atau even Korea also kan. Their people, they are so-called as susceptible macam
penerimaan.
Acceptance
macam humor is very wide, meaning even a simple joke also they can laugh and they can take the humor lah. Tapi pada aku kalau macam Singapore, even a little humor pun macam tak faham apa sih nak berbual apa nak ni.
Maksudnya terlalu cautious
Terlalu cautious lah. Macam they are not really, we are not really expressive kalau macam nak ketahui as in humor. Kalau tengok macam Malaysia, macam pelawak gitu buat certain joke sikit je macam ha. Macam Indonesia kita macam nak ketahui macam dah rabat gitu. Macam they are so called more acceptance of people making jokes lah kira-kira. Tapi kalau pada kita yang boleh accept, pada aku millennials je. Pasal kita we only understand humor yang macam takkan bodoh lah kadang-kadang
Aku tahu where you going. Pasal yang ni kalau aku cakap kena cancel lah.
Kalau macam
kalau orang nowadays is more sensitive lah. Kita take it as a joke. That's where you're going, right?
Okay.
Faham. The new generation is more informed.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, new generation more informed. Macam they don't really understand our jokes.
But if we talk about our pelawak, can we check whether the Indonesian and Malaysian punya pelawak, you think each of them ada dia punya own style, ada dia punya own character persona tak?
Okay, ada macam pasal pada aku what I observe and see kalau macam Korean punya humor pelawak komedi ni, dia more intellectual punya humor. They like to play of words, like to play macam more of skits lah.
But Korea actually dorang pun ada character sendiri. Each of them ada specific character that they bring to the next show. So if you go down there because you like dia punya character, dia punya persona, dia punya acting kan, you will go again because you know you follow the same style character semua. yalah. But for us macam trying to be more diverse, that there's no identity, is it?
Tapi tak, aku rasa memang all the successful pelawak memang ada their own character. Example, kalau Singapore Kumar. Dia
But
he got his own character.
he create that persona and he sticks to it.
Yeah.
But how about the rest? The rest of I don't want to see my uncle's name.
Okay, sekarang aku tengok dulu yang Singapore punya comedian macam Mari Show, Ada Sekali, we all know their characters. We all know how their humor is like. Their style. So we can accept they mesti dia perangai macam gini punya kalau berbual.
But the good thing they can play different character. They can play.
Tapi sekarang kalau macam if you were to cari a new comedian pelawak sekarang Singapore, I don't know pada aku they're just acting, not becoming not giving us humor. Pada aku lah. Apa pendapat kau?
Kata pun cakap betul.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yes, macam kalau if we talk about our OGs like I mentioned, dorang kita grow up watching, then kita macam tahu dorang punya humor style masing-masing. And then somehow together as a team, dorang really
mix well
lah. Macam dorang as a team, dorang complement dorang punya each style, and dia punya orang kata dia punya feeder, dia punya striker, everything execute semua. So macam like sekarang macam susah sikit nak cakap. Pasal one thing kita belum really nampak the pelapis. The pelapis yang akan orang kata take over this comedy scene for years to come. Cuma okay lah, cuma there's hope. There's hope recently. Macam this year punya we talk about rancangan Hari Raya lah. Macam this year punya rancangan Hari Raya, nampak orang semua dah start mula suka. Orang dah start mula suka bila dorang macam introduce new blood lah, kira new talent, tapi pun dorang pun start off from social media.
Yes, correct.
Dorang start off from social media, dorang make their own content, their own comedy content gini, and then I think they got to be macam really good, and then the TV producer macam notice lah kan, notice and nampak dorang punya talent gini, and dorang pun kasih chance untuk ni, and alhamdulillah it works lah. This time memang it works.
Ada potential lah.
Yes, and we can see the potential. It works.
You're talking about the current, the previous, this year's punya Sinar Lebaran punya.
Yeah, can I think no harm kita kasih nama dorang macam Zuhairi Idris and siapa tu Hafiz Rahman. So I think dorang kasih refreshing macam punya ideas tau, and refreshing style. Refreshing style yang aku rasa the Gen Z akan appreciate. The Gen Z akan appreciate. Pasal kita the millennials pun kita grow up with the OGs punya komedi. So memang kita nak kena mesti ada peredaran masa. But I feel we need to do more.
Yes.
We need to do more.
Dua orang je. Kan? Habis lah. Macam mana nak support? They need sparring partners also.
Need to do more. Then I don't know, maybe we can maybe the TV can continue with shows, comedy show macam uji bakat competition punya macam anugerah untuk pelakon, untuk bands kan, maybe can have anugerah untuk cari comedian ni pelapis.
Sekolah-sekolah Meskom tak ada dalam bahagian komedi. Tak tahu. Curious juga
Comedy school.
Ada tak?
Comedy school.
Arts is an art, right? Correct not?
Yeah,
Not sure. Maybe it's a project for them. For those in acting. Those in acting school, maybe one of the project is you're supposed to do a comedy skit.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know whether there's such things. I can ask lah.
Maybe macam one orang kata module one module for comedy.
Food for thought. Schools education maybe can implement.
Maybe from there boleh nampak dia punya pasal benda ni cannot be forced tau. This comedy talent cannot be forced tau. It's either kau boleh nampak dia ni kelakar. Macam dia ni natural.
But imagine those students pergi sana, aku nak belajar acting tu betul. Sekali kena buat komedi. Tapi diorang tak kelakar. Macam mana?
Nasib lah.
Sekali, okay, maybe kalau modul komedi, aku actually kelakar. Maybe tukar.
Maybe tukar apa specially.
Tak tahu yang kau kelakar. Kelakar juga aku ni.
Mungkin kan.
Tapi ada pun acting school kena suruh kau jadi apa, orang kelakar apa. Ada juga kan. Ada karakter. Okay, I want you to be a character whereby you are funny guy.
Tapi
aku tak tahu. Aku tak pernah ambil itu course.
Tapi tu acting ni Sid, tu acting.
Acting to be funny lah.
Acting to be funny. Ini yang kau kena be funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, acting to be funny.
Course for acting, might as well you have also one course to become a comedian kan.
Okay, for those who are in acting school, kalau ada orang yang who are in acting school right now, do you have actually a comedy module?
Di mana tu jadi apa? Stand up comedy ya. Macam Fazil Rashid dulu Fakafas.
Tapi ketika kau cakap pasal apa, kan dia cakap kau nak buat competition macam nak buat komedi semua kan. I think the humor will be different.
Lain lah.
Like more to Gen Z punya humor.
Current gen lah. Kita jangan
gen
cakap Z, Alpha, dia better. Current gen.
Aku tak tahu apa serang apa Gen Z juga
Yeah, I low-key understand.
Tak faham.
Tak faham. Okay. Kita nak move on to the next topic.
Okay, so apa? Okay, so kita nak closing pasal ni benda macam mana? Okay,
so,
okay.
Rumuskan lah.
Pasal kau yang start kan. So what is your concern and what do you think we should that people can do? Is it the audience part or is it the comedian part? Because I think it's also as the audience. What do we want?
So, dulu macam mana, how do you find these comedians? Macam Maria Show, Abel Kadir ni, how do they find these people? Is it they also come for auditions also? Aku tak tahu.
I think diorang pun ada from audition.
Macam diorang muncul.
Ada kebanyakan macam from a group, arts group. Macam ada from Sriwana. Actually don't start from macam Sriwana. Then during
buat nama, then slowly go up.
And during that time pun banyak macam apa tu orang kata teater bangsawan bangsawan. So banyak start from there. They started banyak from there.
Actually my uncle is from theater.
Yeah, so
sekarang tak ada theater.
Sekarang
ada.
I don't know, maybe
kurang lah.
Yeah, I don't know whether can still use that method or are they now using that method to congkil bakat-bakat baru, ataupun diorang sekarang harapkan social media influencers untuk jadi apa tu the comedian, untuk pelapis-pelapis komedi.
Ke scout dah tak ada?
Ada ke scout dulu?
Kalau tak ada macam mana diorang boleh pick up? Mesti ada satu scout kan?
Diorang start dulu I think yang this arts group kan, the comedians that they get popular and then let's do a show on our own. So macam diorang buat theater kelakar kan, then dapat tahu and then maybe some director ke apa, actually korang bagus lah, can I hire you guys for a show on TV, something like that. Then from there I think they start to get famous lah.
Betul lah.
Nampaknya benda ni masih nak kena dipikirkan lah.
I mean, for example, I can't remember his name. He's a stand-up comedian. This local. He's a stand-up comedian, and then after that he get into shows already.
Okay.
I forgot his name.
Yang
but not Malay. It's not Malay.
Okay.
Hussein Leong.
No.
Hussein Leong.
Lama ke baru?
Dia pun a good example jugalah.
Oh ni Rush kan, yang dia banyak involve dengan Singapore punya football juga kan.
Okay. Yang itu yang Dengar okay.
Apa nama dia? Rush.
Kelakar.
So which way we are leading now lah, whether kita nak cari bakat-bakat ni from social media punya content creators.
I think that's the most easiest way to find, macam just take someone who's funny, nak beranikan diri, tunjukkan dia punya kelakar dia into social media, and then okay, dia ni kelakar, can become a comedian.
So far TikTok aku tak ada. So far TikTok kalau kelakar pun bukan Singapore, negeri lain.
Korang ada rasa satu komedian OG ni, time zaman OG ni komedian apa yang korang rasa underrated?
Underrated.
Wah, ni susah dah.
Yang underrated. Okay, aku ada seorang. Aku ada seorang satu ni. Nama dia, aku tak tahu korang familiar ke tak dengan dia. Tapi dia memang dengan zaman-zaman Alias Kadinya. Hamzah Adun.
Oh, okay. Aku
Kau
ingat.
tengok nombor. Kadang-kadang ni.
Sebut keluarkan handphone.
Hamzah Abdul.
Ada, ingat.
Dia main gitar ya, Duk? Dia main gitar.
Yes.
Oh,
Dia
ya.
group tu juga.
Unsinkable lah.
Yeah.
Okay, ni for
okay.
context.
Dia main gitar tu.
Nanti aku letak gambar.
Okay,
dia
for
kat
context
tengah-tengah.
Ya, betul. Aku ingat.
For context, jadi kita, jadi
ya.
korang tahu what
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about. Yeah. To me, he didn't get the flowers that he deserve.
Mungkin dia join, tak salah aku dia join lambat tu group.
Dia
Dia
kira
join lambat. Dia dah habis baru dia
Correct.
join.
dia macam the later batch punya tau.
Dia macam muda, paling muda dalam mana group lah.
Yes, the later batch.
Ya,
Pada aku dia kelakar macam aku don't know why macam banyak orang macam tak really macam give him the thing that really macam he deserve lah. Macam pasal aku pernah attend this macam event tau. Pernah attend this event and he was the siapa tu yang tukang warm upkan crowd tu yang selalu
crowd warmer apa?
Alamak,
Ada nama dia dah.
crowd warmer lah.
Ada special nama dia. Apa dah? Wobby. Wobby. They call it Wobby.
Wobby
Wobby.
Oh, okay. So he was the Wobby for the event.
Betul.
And the kelakar pada aku dah kelakar. And also the advantage for him pasal dia ada musical knowledge tau.
Yes.
Dia ada musical knowledge.
Pandai saya muzik.
Jadi during that time dia tengah warm up the crowd and then at the same time the band was warming up, was sound checking tau. Lepas tu dia boleh macam
Cakap
interact with the bands, interact
Join
with
in
the
lah,
band, join in. Lepas tu dia suruh main chord. Lepas tu terus macam dia boleh automatically masuk salah
So
lagu.
improvise.
Ah.
Impromptu.
Yes. So to me this is skill ni. This is skill. Pada aku is
Aku recognise him pasal dia main gitar dalam Angkasa Kedua.
Actually, I seen him apa in person lah actually. Pasal kau tunjuk the gambar kan,
Yes.
like wait, I've worked with him before. That time aku buat Hari Raya punya show kan, so I was at the stage manager at the side, so he was MCing, so he can MC, so he can create jokes, make people laugh. So he's actually nak katakan quite good, he's quite talented actually.
Cuma aku don't know why mungkin macam kau cakap, mungkin during that time dia punya group semua yang legend handal jadi nampak mungkin dia macam
Tenggelam.
Yes.
Really,
Mungkin lah
Again pun I can see that during that time he's trying to show his best to be kelakar in the group. Tapi yalah, I mean that so called overshadowed dengan
yalah
OG semua
during
ni.
that time dengan Alias Kadi dengan all this komedi
Ustaz
brilliance.
Bambu kat dalam tu apa? Ustaz Bambu kat dalam tu.
Ya.
Tu group juga.
No, I think he can hold his own.
Boleh
He can hold his own, yeah.
Ya.
But for some reason macam dia tak
Tak ada support lah.
support lah.
I don't know lah.
Okay lah.
So yeah,
Okay.
Hopefully our so-called our
perbincangan
seni komedi di Singapura ni akan bangkit semula lah, you know. I mean sekarang pelapis yang kau cakap macam Zuhari Idris,
Hafiz
Rahman semua ni maybe like the tip of the iceberg lah, you know. And soon maybe others will follow and we have some new talents in the comedy scene in Singapore. Hopefully lah
Hopefully this is the beginning.
Beginning, not the end.
Okay, so ini satu aku rasa macam a good discussion lah. Macam aku rasa jarang diperdebatkan diperbualkan aku rasa. So aku rasa these are the things that memang kita boleh macam apa tu orang kata kasih ideas lah. So yeah guys, so sekarang kita shift gear lah. Kita hari memenangkan bulan ni, bulan apa orang kata tu give pengiktirafan kepada ibu-ibu.
Hari Ibu.
Betul, ibu-ibu kita.
Walaupun episod ni terlepas sikit.
Ya.
Tapi kita nak apa nama dia?
Kita nak kasih pengiktirafan, untuk ibu-ibu kita.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, maybe kita akan take this opportunity.
Relax lah Mi.
Rasa selesa sangat ni so far.
Tadi kursi danger lah.
Serius.
Tak balik ke kursi lipat lah.
Naik sedap. So maybe kita can take this opportunity untuk maybe one by one kita kasih ucapan kita. Maybe boleh mulakan dengan Man.
Silakan Man.
Tak apa, aku last lah.
Last,
Maybe kita mulakan dengan Fir.
Dengan Fir.
Okay.
Nak lagu sedih tak? Lagu sedih.
Nak
Aku tak nangis lah.
Okay.
Jangan nanti belum dah nangis. Tak boleh start ni.
I'll do this in English so we
Okay.
So to all mothers out there, for me, my wife who's a mother, my mother-in-law. Okay, you guys are the strongest people I know. Okay, raising kids, working. Okay, but always thinking of the family. You are the bedrock of the family. So we really, really appreciate your hard work, your effort, and your sacrifices. Thank you.
Okay. Ya Mi.
Maybe then pada saya juga. Okay, saya nak ni orang kata ni bukan pasal hari ibu je lah. Kira macam kita memang selalu sanjung orang kata pengorbanan ibu dan kepada mak dan juga kepada isteri, kepada mak mertua. Okay, dan kepada semua, I think I can say to all my makcik-makcik also lah. Okay, and then kita nak cakap yang kita really appreciate the things that you have done untuk keluarga, yang korang, yang ibu-ibu kita macam really being selfless. Diorang fikirkan untuk keluarga, fikirkan untuk anak-anak, diorang tak fikirkan pasal diri sendiri, untuk kebahagiaan anak-anak, kebahagiaan keluarga. So terima kasih is understatement lah, kita tak boleh cakap. So kita really nak tahu yang kita appreciate you all, and kita tak lupa jasa-jasa ibu-ibu kita, pada mak, kepada my wife, my mother-in-law semua. So okay, aku kalau cakap lebih nanti
korang pau semua Zami.
Dah tu lah.
Aku nak cakap apa lagi?
Kau punya wish panjang sih.
Is it?
Kau dah cover area itu Z.
Aku ni general loh.
Alamak.
Macam ni aku terpaksa kasih spesifik tau.
Aku dah cover English, kau dah cover Malay, Mandarin.
Okay. Sure.
Ya, tak apa, carry on, cakap je ni.
Okay, walaupun aku dah tak ada mak kandung aku. Janganlah on ni lagu. Pasal aku tak dengar ni. Pasal
Okay.
my own mother meninggal dunia dalam tahun berapa ya? 2016. Okay, so it's been so long that she's been gone. Say Al-Fatihah kepada Latifah binti Johar. Okay, then I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to my wife, to my mother-in-law also. And no words can describe your so-called sacrifices to us, especially my wife. You know, all these years, you know, we've seen, I mean, me and my kids have seen you so-called taking care of our family, and like Suhaimi said, terima kasih is understatement lah. Okay, yeah, so everything in a nutshell, I mean, thank you .
Yeah.
You say there's no words to describe. Tapi
No words to describe.
Kau Suhaimi dah describe semua dah.
Alah. Tu katakan takat gitu je lah. Okay, Man. Okay, balik.
What? Jangan.
Nak tisu tak? Tisu.
Tak payah. Okay,
Masih kena cut je lagu.
Okay, I just want to wish my mom Happy Mother's Day. I want to say thank you for all these years raising me up and supporting me through all the ups and downs. You have seen me through the tough times and the good times, and now you also managed to see your grandson and also help us raise him. And also to my wife, who's now also mother, thank you for all the hard work. And for all the mothers, everyone out there, I've also composed this song for all the mothers out there, and I hope you all enjoy it lah.
Yes, betul.
And happy Mother's Day lah.
So Man, you have created a song for mothers out there. Okay, so we get to listen to the song.
Yes,
Sebab
yes.
awak benda yang tak proses nak buat benda.
Yeah, true. So so this song memang kau tulis lah. Kau
memang
tulis.
kau tulis,
So
correct.
maybe macam bila aku dah dengar lagu ni macam dia really hit lah. Dia really hit deep lah. Macam dia punya words memang I love the storytelling of the whole song. So the lyrics tu, so can share a bit lah macam mana kau punya ni.
Boleh. So aku punya in general lah, aku punya songwriting is based on stories selalunya. Most lah, kalau kau tengok lagu aku, semua aku tulis is based on stories. So when I want to write this song, I was writing a song for my dad, my late dad arwah ayah. Then after I wrote the song, and then I realised, all this while I've been focusing on my dad. And kebetulan that day, it was last year during September juga, late September. Because just after my mom's birthday, macam I don't have any song for her. So aku start tulis. Then aku tulis when I was young, how she raised me, kan. Then through the ups and downs, then after that, tengah tulis tu, semua dah tulis one draft. Then I realise, actually lagu ni pun boleh applicable to my wife. Dia pun dah ada anak kan. Sekarang my son. So I make it more general, so that is applicable to both. Then I realise, I should make it even more general, so that is applicable to all mothers. So tu tercetusnya lah. The full lyrics lah.
So dia macam ada banyak dah ada banyak realization after realization lah dia punya
hitting point tu
dia.
Last bila aku tengah tulis lagu tu is aku ternampak anak aku. Anak aku kat sebelah.
Aku boleh imagine
aku tulis nampak anak aku. So aku cakap, ini kalau dia yang nyanyi aku rasa nangis semua bini aku.
So this is how inspiration come tau. Dia punya inspiration daripada one phase to another phase
Then so korang nak dengar?
Yes.
Title apa mana?
Title senang je, Mama.
Is it because kau panggil mak kau Mama? Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, nama dia. Okay.
So kita akan dengar lagu dia. It's a beautiful song lah. Aku dah dengar. Kau dah dengar? Dah dengar.
Belum. Aku belum.
Ni
belum dengar.
standby tisu.
So aku dengar memang tangkap lah.
Waktu kecil ku sering manja, Mama sabar tiap langkahnya. Dalam hujan, dalam gelita, kau pelukku, beri cahaya. Kini ku berdiri di dunia sendiri, masih terasa kasihmu di hati. Mama, jangan risau lagi, anak muda berdiri sendiri. Semua yang kau ajar dulu menjadi arah hidupku. Mama, terima kasih selalu atas cinta yang tak pernah layu. Walau jauh ku pergi, doamu tetap menemani. Ingat malam kau tak tidur lena, temani kami dengan senyuman. Jangan risau lagi, kami hidup dengan janji ini. Kan teruskan doa dan kasihmu sampai akhir waktu. Terima kasih Mama, kasihmu selamanya.
Ni lagu gila lah.
Aku boleh imagine lagu ni satu band je
Kau
menyanyi.
pun gila.
Siapa?
Last Child.
Cover? Oh, faham.
Kan Last Child boleh buat lagu ni kalau live.
Sorry?
Last Child.
Memang.
Aku suka dia punya chorus je.
Yes.
It's like
You can never sing the
padat.
chorus.
Ah?
You can never sing the chorus.
Kena mesti chorus. Maksud kau?
You will cry.
Yeah, true.
Macam padat. Everything is there, you know. Apa kau nak cakap dengan kau tu, everything is there.
Actually banyak tau lagu-lagu yang macam aku tak boleh finish singing. Macam lagi-lagi kalau yang macam pasal mak bapak.
Oh, sure.
Pasal mak
Betul.
bapak. Aku tak boleh lah. Macam lagu ni pun bila aku dengar lagi bila malam malam nak tidur aku dengar Isya. Dia punya kalau mata dah.
Mata dah berair. Aku faham.
Lama aku simpan. Lama aku simpan.
So yeah, it's beautiful lah. It's a beautiful song. So yeah, okay. Carry on.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the song asal macam kuat sangat sekarang mikrofon aku. Anyway, the song I already posted on my Maman Carnival.
Yes.
Apa tu nama dia?
Spotify.
Spotify.
Okay, ini bukan under Carnival
bukan
okay,
Carnival.
just to be clear, ni bukan under Carnival. Ini memang Man punya own production, own kira
Side project
solo project lah, side project. So it's under mana? Maman
Maman
Carnival.
Carnival.
Then we'll put the link.
Yeah.
We'll put the link. Okay, so even if it's way past Mother's Day, but it's not too late to share this song with your mothers.
Yes.
Okay.
Every day is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Every day is Mother's Day.
True.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
for the sharing, Man. Thank you for the discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will end this episode.
Okay, kalau korang nak email ke apa, then just our email, right?
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe. Press that button, subscribe guys. Senang aja, tekan je subscribe.
Yes,
Itu
subscribe.
je. Kau tak dengar tak apa, just tekan je.
Okay. Share dengan kawan-kawan, dengan family members, your loved ones semua. Okay. Cakap pasal kita punya social media semua. So korang can just carry on subscribe, follow kita punya TikTok, kita punya IG, kita punya YouTube, kita punya Spotify. Korang search aja Sembang Kerusi Lipat SG. Korang search, korang akan dapat.
Okay. So we see you on the next episode. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Waalaikumsalam.
Kata-kata ni kita punya audience.
Alah.
Empat kawan lama bertemu, kerusi lipat jadi menu. Sembang kisah suka duka, kopi di tangan berasa lega. Duduk bersembang sampai senja, lupa sekejap hal dunia. Sembang kerusi lipat dari hati, terus dekat, kongsi tawa, kongsi minat, tempat kawan tak terlepas.